We're back. It's been a while. I'm joined today with Trevor, our operations manager here at Wholesale Automatics, and we've got a pearler. We're actually stripping down a severely blown up Toyota Hilux transmission. This is actually the earlier D4D, the 4-speed automatic transmission. And how do we know that it's blown up? Well, one of our rebuilders went to rebuild it the other day and he took the pan off, and as soon as he took the pan off, he was like, nope, and just put it gently back on and went and told Trevor that, he goes, this one is the biggest mess that we've ever possibly seen here for many, many months. So we put it aside, we grabbed the cameraman and we thought, let's film it, let's show you guys exactly how bad it can get. So, grab your Smarties, grab your coffee, we're going to get into this, we're going to check this one out. All right, let's get started. I've got my two tools. Trevor's got all the rest down the other end. All right, bell housing off. Do you want me to have the basket on my side? You want to keep it over there? Yeah, I can be throwing stuff in for you.
Yeah, I'll just move along.
Earn me keep somehow.
Yeah, take it off.
Oh, that was an easy one. Well, we're not expecting anything with that one, so I'll pop this one out of the way. Oh, probably not there. We had to get flooded with oil there.
Hey.
Extension. This transmission's also commonly found in the Prado 120 as well. The Prado 90. It's also found in the early D-Max.
Colorado.
It's in
Rodeo.
a lot of different transmissions that have the older 4-speed auto. But the Hilux run it for a long, long time actually. They have a couple of really well-known problems with the Hilux auto. And I'm not expecting either of them to be what we've got today.
One more for you. Oh.
You're a grot.
That extension housing should come off if you want to take that.
Sure.
Yep.
The mess that is. It's handy to know that many manufacturers, including Toyota, instead of using gaskets in some of the places, they just use a really good silicone, and it works really, really well. In actual fact, they even siliconed a lot of the pans on from brand new as well. We don't. When we do a service, when we put them back on, we actually use a proper pan gasket, but it's amazing. Some of these silicons work really, really well. Whoop. Nearly walked in here.
No matter how much I try to set up, I always forget.
The infamous circlips. That's what we call a reluctor wheel.
Yep.
It's actually where the transmission gets its speed signal from. Not where the car gets its speed signal from. Often the car will get its speed signal from the transfer case, in many cases, but this is just to tell the computer exactly how fast the auto output shaft's going. Off with the pan. This will be where the fun starts. But do the honours, we'll have a look.
Go for it.
Bits of bearing, mostly roller bearing. This is. We'll be able to see if you can actually see it. But there's all needle rollers sitting in the bottom here. And there's certainly not what you want to find when we're doing a service. I'll put that up there, let that drain. Wonder if there's any... Oh, there's chunks of metal, but there's no real clutch material, so it's not a friction fry down. Put that out of the way.
Just take the wiring off.
We'll quickly get the valve body off. We try to go a little bit quicker when we're trying to film, but Trev here would be certainly crap at doing Formula One wheel changes. I tell you what, so slow. Oh, that one certainly sprung it up the air.
One I missed. Another one there. Another one there. That should be it.
Certainly got the accumulators. We'll lift it up. We'll have a look.
That camera should be getting it.
Oh, geez. Have a look at this. We'll bring cameraman Craig in if he's got his little wafty spring, camera, to have a look. But see all these bearings and bits of shrapnel? None of them should be there. It's actually, that's a tooth as well. That's a complete tooth. So this is a mess. What do you reckon? We'll get in there and see what went wrong.
Where it come from.
These valve bodies can be quite difficult to rebuild too when they get so much metal in them. You've got to really take your time when it's every single valve out in the hope that you can get every single valve out. Sometimes with that much metal and shards all over the valve body, they get stuck in the valves, and a lot of the time the transmission is just a complete write-off. All the accumulators coming out. Now we get to the good bits.
That wiring should come out now. Oh, have you got that screwdriver? You can just push it from the outside while I do a couple of things.
Oh yeah, you got that.
Yep.
He's entrusting me to take something out. They never come out properly.
Yeah, sometimes you can do that.
I'm going to make sure I'm not hurting something. She's stubborn. Good searing.
Not going?
Yeah, but really slowly. Try not to damage it. It's got a really good case seal on that. Some models have got hopeless case seals on it. You don't put that through the wash?
No, not the electrical stuff. Yeah, I'll throw it over here. Nice easy rinse. And that one. Is that me done? I'll quickly just take the servo out and make it easier.
Another circlip. Circlips and filming don't go well together because it's quite an argument sometimes trying to get the circlips out, especially where Trev's involved.
I got that already. Ah.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it. Circlips already, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. See, I'm quicker than what you think I am.
You got him.
Got it?
Quite a small servo, but it's quite a small band, really.
Yeah, the operation of it's not really...
You want to keep that together? You want to just pop it in?
Pop it in there like that. Yeah, that should work.
O-rings off or O-rings on?
No, you can leave them on. Yeah, leave them on. All right. Now we're on to the business.
Out with the pump.
The business end now.
Sometimes these pumps come out really good. Sometimes, like this one, you need a puller on it.
I can try.
Oh, it's coming. Come on. Bit of suction there.
Nah.
I thought you might be able to. Is there a push point on them?
No, not with these ones, unfortunately.
So you got to clamp them.
Yeah.
This was certainly used on a bigger pump last time. There you go. Yeah, that made light work of it, didn't it?
Right, you can grab that.
We'll zip the back off. I'm interested to see if it's actually toasted the pump on the inside. The rings look alright. But the rings, you never really get any problems with the rings at all, do you?
No. Well, depending on where that bearing's blown up.
Well, it'll be interesting actually, because a lot of the time, especially with the Hilux, a bearing inside the torque converter tends to let go. When it does, it goes into the pump and smashes the pump, and the pump is looking pretty good, which is unusual, because I would say not even 9 out of 10. I'm talking, what do you reckon, 49 out of 50 blow-ups that are Hiluxes are always the torque converter's damage and the pumps is an innocent victim of the torque converter letting go. But this time, the pump's mint. It's actually in really good condition. But I'll put that aside for now. Wipe that over here. And we'll keep going down looking for the mystery parts. Right, this is the front planetary. And it looks really good. There's no burnt, no lack of lube there. That's all good. I should pop that back in there and quickly test. Oh, is it going to let me put it back in without an argument? Yes, it is. And the one-way sprag's working, so that's all good. I'll put that aside. Take the first clutch apart. Because I didn't see anything in the filter, I'm not expecting there to be any damaged frictions. Those frictions, they look like brand new actually. You can actually see, if you're lucky, you can actually see the print writing still on them. The steels look really good. Everything looks really good in there. We'll go to the next one. The annulus for the front planetary looks really good. Actually quite lucky with the amount of material in there. It's lucky it didn't get past the filter, otherwise it would have been a big mess. Next clutch, same thing. I can see the print on there. That's fine. This will be an interesting one to find out. You've got to pull that one out as well.
Yeah, it's going to be below this if I do.
Well, given where all the blow-up is, tends to be around the back planetary. Almost.
Yeah, can you pull from the front there and I'll try and...
Try not to jam my fingers.
Yep. There we go. There we go. Should be all yours.
It's just got to hold me tongue right.
Close.
I think I got me. Here we go. We got it. We'll take those bolts out. Oh, don't do it just yet.
Nah, there's no.
Thrust is good.
Do it later.
Rings are good. Those bearings are intact. They all look good. Let's keep going.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, I heard it.
Oh. Whoa, jeez. All right, we'll go through this one bit at a time. Jeez. Is that going to come out? Oh, I've got to take that off, don't I, to get that out?
Only because it's seized.
Jeez.
Only because that's seized on there.
It's going to be a tough one. Just give me a sec, see if I can get this circlip off.
I can work on something else.
So we can get in there. Well, this is only one half of the destruction. Oh, geez. There's a big split down the annulus. The friction, it's split that much. The frictions are actually stuck on, but get a lot of those teeth. They're all smashed up. The teeth are mostly there, so what's happened here is that a bearing's let go. The bearing's gotten into the teeth and just basically run around, just crumpling everything up. Let's see if Craig wants to get a close-up of that mess, especially the big split. See the big split? And it's split so much, I can't get the clutch packs off. I'll be able to force them off. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I managed to get them off. The frictions are actually really good.
I think it's happened quick.
I wouldn't take much.
No, I think you'd notice that when it happened.
You drop a couple of bearings, and it isn't that bearing. That bearing's all right. Pop that up there. That's a big mess, though. All right, give me one sec. I'll take this clutch apart while we got it here, and then we'll get to the other half of this and see. Because so far I haven't gotten to the far. Look, there's chunks of teeth. That's actually a tooth, not a bearing. There's bits everywhere. All these frictions are fine. This box would have kept on going if it wasn't for the blowout. Even the band. I mean, I wouldn't say it's not new. It's obviously a box that's, what? When did they last use these boxes?
Oh, different manufacturers kept using them for a
2007,
while.
yeah, they
I
kept
would say
using them for a while.
D-Max was the
But
last one.
it'd be 15 years old. So it's actually pretty good for something that's 15. And this hasn't been rebuilt before, but so I can tell. Still had all the original factory sealant on it. It also had never been serviced though as well. You know, because if it had been serviced, you would see that it would have an aftermarket gasket on it at some point. Right.
All right, hold up with the circlip again.
The infamous circlip.
Have a crack while I'm trying to get another tool. See if you can.
Oh, geez.
Right. Yeah, I know. I saw it coming.
There's some mystery bits in here. Sometimes I can put the boys to shame with a certain little click and crack and hold of the tongue in the right angle, but today is not that day.
Yeah, I'll try these different tools. We'll see if that works.
The next piece we've taken out, I'll put it on my hand. That's actually a chunk of gear. It's actually one of the planetary gears from the next bit coming out, and it didn't fare so well. So that's a big chunk, that is. Now's intermission. Now's time to go to the toilet, grab another beer out of the fridge or whatever, because it's going to take us a while to get this next circlip out. Craig, you want to cue the speed up for the P-Boys? The master still beats the apprentice. Again. Trev, you can come back now. He just wasn't holding his tongue right. That's what was going on. Trev, you go to the toilet? I got it.
You got it?
I got it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
The old man did it. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
We'll pull this out. If it's going to come out, that's stuck on the shaft. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. Let's take that.
Pull the whole shell and it'll bring everything with it. Yeah.
Look at all the little chunks. I'll get that out of the way. Oh. Talk about toothless. What do we say? Looks a lot like a Collingwood supporter, but I can't complain because I barrack for Collingwood. Don't hate me, all right? No hate mail. But look at that. Look at all these teeth. Big chunks. That's not even teeth. That's the whole bits of gear. And look at this. There's one gear out of 4 that stayed on. But the most notable thing is that there's been no heat through it.
No.
So it wasn't a lube problem, right? Because if it was a lube problem, it'd actually get really, really hot and burn it all up. I can also see that the shafts that these bearings were all running on are all fairly good. They're all pretty good. The lube holes are there. All the thrusts are there. So what's happened, basically, is we have still got a starting point, and I can see the starting point here. It's actually in this one. On the inside of this, that's a bearing. Well, that's what's left of a bearing cage. So what's happened, it's dropped the needle roller, it's gone into the teeth, just smashed the teeth to the point where as soon as you lose a tooth, it runs around and normally causes all of this until finally it breaks a bigger chunk off. Once it breaks a bigger chunk off, then literally in one split second, all this just gets torn up. Just gets chunks blowing off. Because chunks are blowing off and getting jammed in there, splits the drum, the whole lot. So this was not a lube problem. Certainly wouldn't have put it down to, even though I tell people you need to service your auto, you have to do it. That oil there does not indicate to me that not servicing it has caused this problem either, right? It is simply one of these little bearings, right, has come out of the what's left of the shell, right, or what you call the cage. So it's a Torrington bearing that's Lego, and once it's come out, it's just caused a huge mess. Once again, this is the last clutch, is it?
Second last. Yep.
Second last.
Yep. Unfortunately, with transmissions, because they are such an efficient design, if, like you said, something comes off, it's got nowhere to go, does it?
No.
You chip a tooth off a manual, it can fall into the bottom of
Yeah,
it.
exactly right. A tooth off a manual falls down, although that's still not good.
Not good,
Yeah,
but it's got
not
somewhere to
good at
go.
all. But when a bearing lets go in a captive thing, remember this is all shell inside shell inside shell. It can't just rattle out. It just gets blown apart in the end. But that's a good one. This clutch is still like brand new. If it wasn't for that Torrington letting go, this box would have kept on going. It's disappointing that it wasn't serviced, but look at it. I mean, like, this is just... Let's see if I can gather up all the parts and try and neatly stack them on my hand. And see if we can get a bit of a shot, or maybe even we'll probably pull a thumbnail out of this and that, but it's like, yeah, we'll do something like that. Trev, you got to look up and look shocked for the people. Yeah, it's like, that's how we get thumbnails. And if I keep walking out, of steam. I do sorry. We're lucky that Craig's got cameraman Craig's got a number of cameras all over the place. But I don't even think we need to take the valve body apart on this one. It's going to be lots of little stuck valves. It's just going to take time. But there's nothing in the valve body that could have caused this. This one is simply a Torrington bearings let go. I couldn't even put it down to overpower or anything, because if it was overpowered, we would normally see a torque converter problem would come up first. We would see burnt clutches. It's none of that. This is just one of those cases where it's a random blowout. All right, you do get them from time to time on it. We had one just recently, which was actually a Land Cruiser had done a very similar type of thing. I think they had photos up on our Facebook page and that to have a look at.
Still coming out of it.
Yeah, you're going to be... The only trouble with this small stuff, what makes this box difficult to rebuild is that we've got to put it through the hot wash 2 or 3 times. We've got to try and shake. They've got to blow all the parts out. They've got to put it through what we call a rinse wash, which is actually in the next rebuild room. We go through the whole lot. But this clutch all looks all right. Yeah, the shaft's all right. This is the rear annulus. That looks fine. So this box is rebuildable. We just need to find another center chunk out of a donor auto, and we can actually rebuild it. Sprag's good. Rear planetary's all good. It's just a real shame. On the back of this, I noticed one of them, look at even the retainers copped it. But look, I think we'll call it there. There's not much further we can go. We're not gaining anything by getting into the valve body net like we normally would. These valve bodies on these autos, we rarely see any problems with them. Is it
some lock-up issues. There's a valve that wears out for the lock-up.
There's a valve?
Yeah.
What about check ball issues? You never get any check ball issues or anything
They
on
can
them?
shrink if they're not serviced,
So
and they get very hot.
they do have the rubber ones.
Yep.
So that's it from us. If you would like to see us strip other ones, and we are going to do a series of them, please, in the comments below, let us know. Have you seen something like this before? Have you been on the receiving end of a blow up like this, right? Or heard some stories and that about them? Please put them in the comments below. We'd like to hear from you. More importantly, please like, subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one.
I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name. Check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change. Possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society.